After Jesus died on the cross, he was placed in a tomb, but where is that location today? Most criminals executed of crucifixion were placed in a mass grave right next to the cross, which is one of the reasons that place is called the Skull. That was Jesus' destiny until Joseph of Arimathea stepped up and offered his new rock-cut family tomb to Jesus. Considering that tombs were for the wealthy and there are really so many hills to cut into around Jerusalem, Jesus' burial location is only one of a few. Archaeologists have gotten it down to two sites that they believe are most likely. Now, the first is the traditional site, which now has a church over it called the Church of Holy Sepulchre. It was first discovered by Helena, the mother of Constantine in the 4th century. She went there to find the tomb, and local legend pointed to this tomb as Jesus' burial site. Now, considering that it was only 300 years after the fact, that actually makes it pretty likely that it really was the site. Now, pagans, they built an altar right above it, which was common for them to do to desecrate Christian sites, but now it only marked this site as special, like a red flag saying, hey, something really important happened here. In the Middle Ages, people were messing with the tomb and were even stealing little pieces to bring back with them. So the church, they built this huge marble casing to go around the tomb. October of 2016, just last year, they actually opened the casing up for the first time in forever to repair the marble, and sure enough, there was a perfectly intact limestone bed. Could this be it? Well, maybe, but some Protestants in 1867 found a tomb that they believe was the real one. Jesus was crucified and buried outside the city walls, and the traditional site as well inside the city walls, although it is possible that the walls were expanded in the 2nd century AD, so the original site may have still been outside the original city walls. But Protestant pilgrims looked further outside the walls and found an ancient tomb that we now call the Garden Tomb. Some have dated the tomb to be 8th century BC, so it actually might be too old to be Jesus' new rock-cut tomb. So which is the site? Well, we may never know. If I visited Jerusalem, I'd visit both. But for me, the real important thing to remember about Jesus' tomb is that it is empty. See, Jesus rose from the tomb, and that's all that really matters. So there you go, a little bit about the burial site of Jesus, and that's enough today for our Historical Minute.